見ないよ。あれトップレーンが最後なんだ。にしろトップ見たフレックスだけどな。俺なんか、ヘルティックスが強くなったって言われてから多分初めて見るな。ホッピーだとダメージ足んないからなんかダメージ欲しい気もするけどな。この形のフロントからの削り合いになると、ヨネが薄いんだよな。なんでヨネなんだろうってなる。アゾック、ヒューマナイド、ノア、トリンビーってずっと痛くない？なんかトップレーナーだけ見覚えがないけど。オスカーニン。
Their average gold of 14 is minus 1.3k. I mean, their come from behind wins are phenomenal, K-Troll.
Comeback kids, we'll see if they can continuously pull that off, finding these miracle team fights, even from the regular season up against, I think it was Vitality on that bot tier 3 when they were sieging with that huge gold lead, coming back with the Kai'Sa and the Ziggs at the time, I think it was.
Yeah, I think as well, just the fact that we've seen Heretics kind of be a little bit less rigid, I want to say, in their game plans. Like, it has been a case of, hey, we're going to leave Flacken in bot lane, we're going to go up and we'll try and fight for Rift Heralds and stuff, but we're not really going to overcommit to anything. But it feels like in their last couple of series, they've been way more open to, hey, let's try and move Mercer around the map.
なんだろう、好きな地域はずっと好きじゃない。あ、でも中国とかバスタイした時はずっと使ってたし。
More open to not just sticking to the same game plan every single time, which is why teams are getting caught out by it.
知らん。俺が今季俺が初めて見る LEC の試合。
Mercer steps forward with that shattering strike, and the wave is being pushed towards Fnatic's bottom lane. So Razork already with the first move will step on that one in a moment.
His bot doesn't have push. He's in a gank here. Level 2 has come through with the Alistar, but he's on a ward, so that should be easy for Heretics to play around. Now he's using a lot of time here, is Razork. Jankos has cleared out his top side. The sapling in the bush will let Razork know that Jankos is in fact here. He might need to pull Humanoid and ask him. You can see he just shock blast away. Maybe he's asking Humanoid to try and push back a bit. And if he doesn't want to invade here, just go to his top side. His bot lane's on the tower. He'd get collapsed on. It's already worth the risk.
Yeah, you can already see Merson.
完全にずっと映ってるな。あのジャングル。
Razork gonna have to go up towards this top end of the map. But I am curious to see how this tries to continue, because I think Razork, as we talked about, like, he's gone for press the attack. He wants to try and get in the face. He's not gone lethal tempo, so wants to try and fight early against Jankos, but not really in a position at the moment to do so, while Noah and Trimby don't have control over bot lane.
Yeah, double dematerializer in Bolt as well. So they're gonna go AP builds. I wonder if we can, yeah, look at Flacken and Mercer here hovering in the bush. They could try and jump onto Noah here, but Trimby will peel very easily. Sweeper could come out, yeah, to just spot them in the bush, and Trimby can easily walk up.
アリッサーでいいのそれ。お、アリッサーでいいんだ。おう。なんで Q も W 打たなかったんだアリッサー。アッシュ発動してたらなんとかなってそうだけど。What the fuck?
I wonder if he thought he was out of vision there. He was nowhere near to properly hugging the wall around. I'd love to see that first blood replay from Heretics' point of view. Because Mercer got the remount and the flash flip, right? There's nowhere you can go. Flack had good flash to commit, but that recall was just a little bit too greedy.
And look at where Jankos is now as well. He's leaning down towards this bottom side, so could even maybe look to try and push Noah off the tower if he wants to. Although I'm keeping
イグナイトの残り際見えてるんじゃない？最後の1ぐらい。リコールまで見えたんじゃない？多分。うん。ビジョンが見えないの見えたね。おお、ナイス。あ、フラッシュ遅えな。
Traded 1 for 1 though, still has his TP to get back, so in the grand scheme of things, this is actually a brilliant trade for Ebi.
Yeah, it really is. I feel like if he flashed the combo there, he would have 100% gotten out as well, which is a bit of a shame. Manages to get the kill, but does give one back in return, but that's an insane solo kill already onto Oscar.
And not a sentence
あ、まあまあって感じだけど。
this early in this series. Ebi is one of the players that has been, let's say,
ウェブ重めそうだけどな。
He's only played once this entire year. This is the second time on the Poppy.
WQ に反応できないってことは、まあ、ほぼほぼないから、なんか、反応できなかったのかな。キルして喜んじゃったのかな。WQ に反応できない人、ポッピー使えないから、多分、キルして喜んで、F の押し方忘れてたね、多分あれ。
Looks like he's got a little bit of mid push, but it looks like they're walking to contest. It's very difficult though.
I was gonna say this is the downside of having that top side play not really go your direction. Trimby isn't there to help Noah with the wave, so you automatically get pushed there for Heretics, so they're able to drift over, and you can see they were thinking about trying to do something, but the wave under bot tower, there's nothing they can do. And it looks at the moment like Heretics, this is their type of game. Slow and steady. And when Fnatic lost against SK, it was these type of scenarios where they
なん
didn't
か
wanna be in.
死ぬのを最初許容してた。死んでもいいやぐらいのキルトレードしたら、あれ生きれそうじゃねってなって F したけど、これが重かった。
By contrast, Team Heretics, on the other hand, have had fairly good objective control throughout the course of the summer group stage. I mean, look at that.
見づらこの
Drake percentage, Herald percentage.
下から上に読んでくのマジで見づらいな。左、顔左に向けて見るのかこれ。あ、死んだね。バンドル。あれでトップ寄ってくるとマジでレベル勝てないだろうな。普通に順調だね。フナティック。
These deaths are just, they just feel unnecessary. I mean, the 2v2 bots, Trimmy could have just recalled in a safer spot, not gotten picked off with using his flash. Razork's invading Raptors with VTO already leaning to his side and Mercer missing from bots.
これで勝ってる。
We didn't really obviously see the replay, but maybe Oscar going a bit too deep on the lane to actually get Ebby some CC for the setup on the gank and then ends up dying. So sloppy play here from Fnatic, but good punish from Heretics. Really nice roam there from Mercer using that bot push after that kill into the mid lane.
The problem is now again though, Flack and Immersive push and bot, they're going to look for the reset. Herald's about to spawn, so they can easily start to rotate towards that. Video even has his TP to get back to lane here as well, so I think you're in a really good spot here for Heretics to actually set up for a Herald play, and I think Fnatic are just going to have to see if they can try and trade for plates on no instead.
Seems to be the case. Look at the minimap there, and he's Mercer moving to back up.
いや、まあ今有利だね。
Ebby, no TP, no flash, and Humanoid, he's running his way back to that middle lane. If you take a quick look at the CS numbers, with the exception of that top lane being minorly in the lead for Oscar, because of the fact that
オールインの圧がないと、いずれパッシブオートアタックで悲しみを感じることになる。どうあがいてもカサンテは。すべてのスキルセットがポッピーの方がちょっとずつワンオンワン向けなんだよな。
I thought they'd try and go a little bit quicker for that, just use the fact that Mercer had the roam. Flackett could try and clear out waves, but I think maybe they were just worried about Flackett being alone underneath the tower against Trimby's Alistair as well with the flashback up, so end up covering it.
CS 結構えぐいな。
You're still in an okay spot here as Heretics as Oscar goes in.
Damage there from Ebby. Oscar trying to trade back and forth. Takes a hammer to the face.
And it's a bit low, it's a bit of a pain. Fight in bot though, Trimby
あのマナだと
For the engage, chain of corruption comes up. Mercer's able to use that W to
かなりきつい。
escape for now. Razork
わお
forward, the piercing arrow, and
惜しい。
He's not gonna get taken out. That melee minion not in range. VTO is wandering his way to this bottom lane and is on vision.
Razork no
They got
flash.
that ward. Razork
入ったフラッシュないね。
is his fate sealed once more. Subjugate chop for the one.
いいヒールだ。
Another kill to VTO and to Team Heretics.
この状態でボットレーン死んで、ヘラルド取られてトップレーンだいぶアングルだけど、きつくねこれ。エース寄ってきてるけど。
Yeah, Yankos looking for some kind of top dive here. It's gonna place the pink. Ebby can land the stun if he can get the W down, but Humanoid's actually roamed from mid. This could backfire
エー
quite
スいるよ。
quickly if they don't get it done
エースいるよ。
Leader stepping away for now. Ebby's a little bit low. Yankos.
あ、でもまあまあまあだね。
He was able to secure the rim
パス。
just a second ago. While that
トップレーンの勝ちのおかげでカウンタープレイがないこのタイミング。
You can see Fnatic are trying desperately to cover this. Trimby again moving up towards this top side, but you're not really netting anything, and you're going all in on a Cassante, which isn't going to work.
Trimmy's going in really early here, isn't he? W's in.
わお。
Insane predict by Flack.
素晴らしいフラッシュ。
Flash was coming in, manages to escape despite the exhaust. If that
W 来たタイミングでもうフラッシュ来るって思ってたんだろうな。偉いな。
Fnatic's extremely lucky here that Trimby manages to live. A lot of damage coming out of the bot lane of Heretics, but then Razork gets caught because of mid push. Humanoid was leaning top side and catching up.
まあ読まれてるね、普通に。これ、青回かな多分。
Doesn't quite have the damage alongside that heal.
ジャングルのコールで、
It's one who might be in trouble here. See if Mercer can land the knock. Just
次のジャングルの位置が分かってる。
Flash there, didn't want to run the risk. Actually gets a tiny bit of return damage. He managed to pick up one plate under that little bit of play, but for the time being, it is once again Team Heretics. They're around 1,000 gold up, and Dragon spawning in 10 seconds.
And they're just playing so well off their
あの、
lanes.
1。
Right, every time we've
1、
been
1、1、1、1。
plays, it's okay. We've got push and bot. Let's roam Mercer towards mid. But now
わお。お、避けろ。あ、惜しい。あ、惜しい。
Goes forward, uses that magnet storm. Trimby's coming in, try save the day. No flash, no cleanse, not much Noah can do, but his damage is a lot. No connection from Mercer.
あ、もう何してんだろうと思ったら。
Fnatic trying to roam back down. They get the reply. It was Noah that won the 1v1.
Noah did shut down the opportunity though for Heretics to actually get the dragon. Flacket had push and bot. You would have been able to lean in with Video having control over mid with Yankos, but instead now Fnatic should be the ones getting the
なん
dragon.
だあのビルド。デビ
It is indeed. Nature's gone.
Humanoid, no flash.
BTO steps in. The dragon is secured. The target is humanoid, and his fate is sealed. That soul was unbound, and BTO, with his 4th kill of the game, is starting to run away. Nearly 1,000 gold up.
まあ
A lot of action
ビークサイドで序盤落とすしかない CS もあったけど、取れてない CS もあった。
Solo kill here by Noah. Actually, I think he drops a pink board. Maybe it was by accident. Maybe he thought he had a
ってだけだ
help
ね。
there, but you can see as he's weaving in the auto, as a pink board just appears behind him and a ward in front. So actually, maybe he wanted to ward the bush, but of course, with him moving the mouse so quickly, trying to weave in the autos, those things can happen. Mercer gets a lot of damage down, and smartly decides not to take the kill, wants to give it over to BTO. So that gives Noah a little bit more uptime, where you think maybe he can trade back, but easy kill for the Yone. Fnatic need to deny that dragon, like you talked about, Dagda, so they managed to get the objective, but lose humanoid in response.
And now you're in a position with, I mean, first items completed now for Yone and the Varus. You're going to have the Rift Herald that you can try and play for off this massive Yone as well. So I think things are looking pretty dire for Fnatic in this first one. Heretics have been playing the map smarter. And
ディバインサンダラーのために買ったのかこの Kindle ジェム。なんだこれ。
For Fnatic, you have that poke. They are able to set up those objectives. I think the fact they denied that second dragon could be huge for them, buying some time.
あまり良くないトレードだな、今の。
Continue to trade back and forth. I mean, look, it's a 20 CS advantage to Oscar's Cassante.
マジで良くないな、今の。
Advantage and the plates are, you know, balancing things out here for Ebby. They're happy to.
こういうことすると CS 落とすしかなくなる。
I think what we're going to see at the moment is Flacket just try and quickly clear out these waves in mid thanks to the static shiv, and then immediately try and move in towards bot side with Yankos. You can look towards Video as soon as that ultimate's up. I think you just look for the dive on towards Humanoid when he's left alone in the bot lane. There's pretty much nothing that you can do is here as Fnatic. You're just not strong enough to go against them.
Play the King Yone, yeah, it's so strong. It's like they're trying to put their Yone on side lane to put their bot lane mid so the Flacket's not under any kind of pressure. I feel like when he's in a long lane, like bot lane when Alistar has flash, it's good that he flashed the first one, but the second one will be even harder. So putting them
なんか
gives them a shorter lane.
ロードおかしくない？
Close to the tower.
なんでトップとボット同時に殴られてるんだ？
BTO's ahead at the level 11 now, so he should be able to win out on the side lane once he gets a little bit of vision, but no neutral objective for the next 1 minute and 40 seconds with the Herald spawning soon. But it's Oscar that's doing well, despite getting solo killed there, proxying top, getting plates in isolation, and I think that's what they expected out of this Cassante blind pick with the Renekton ban on blue side up against Ebby.
Not many people expected Ebby to find that solo kill despite being ganked either, so that's a good sign here for Team Heretics as they are once again on the offensive. I think for the first 14 minutes of this game, it's probably fair to say Team Heretics have been a little bit more proactive, landed a few more of those punches.
あ、良さそう。
To create those opportunities where they do have the first dragon. They've got several additional kills, they've got a couple extra plates. And for a team like Fnatic, when they are less active in the early game, that is when we have seen them struggle. So let's see how they bounce back now. We've been past that 40 minutes. I mean, look, no tower has fallen. It's still 2 minutes till the next dragon. And they're still very close. This game is by no means entirely over here. But for Team Heretics, they've got all those initiation tools, and they're on the hunt, Hector.
That's the problem, though. When Heretics are able to take control of a river like this, how do you try and contest it as Fnatic? Like, you've maybe got Trimby who can walk in, but into Mercer, into Yankos, into, I mean, even Video's ultimate as well. Like, that is a disgusting moment to try and walk through if you're in any of these chokes. So, for Heretics, with Flacket able to keep control,
考え方わかるよ。ただ負けてるから弱く見えるだけで。
to really keep control. So, these dragons, as far as I'm concerned, should, and Rift Herald as well, will probably just keep going to Heretics because they can command River first.
Yeah, they're the ones who can pull the trigger. There's two options here on the map for both teams.
使い方間違えてない。
Fnatic, it's up to them as
をビルド
well.
したいんだったら。
They could put numbers top here, you know, have humanoid behind Oscar, try and force that first tower top in Ebby's face while they're losing out, or they could
あ、もう見
just
てな
try
い
and
よ。
play for bot tower here.
俺の大会。
Just drop their Herald's
エルジールだけ。
and avoid any kind of fight as much as humanoid has TP. He probably just wants to push in here, get first bot tower, and then Heretics. If there's no response from Fnatic, BTO can just go down and defend it. But I think he's too late. He is gonna be a little bit too late to this bot tower. Trimby's right behind humanoid, ready for any kind of dive. So I think they will trade this first tower for a Herald.
Sort of playing out exactly like Dex was saying just a second ago. And of course, you just saw that graphic at the bottom of your screen. Whoever wins here plays Exile tomorrow. If you have just joined us and missed Ready Check, just a quick reminder for both Fnatic and Team
そうじゃない？
Heretics, if they win, They're in season finals, have a shot at Montpellier, have a shot at making it to the World Championship. Either squad loses here, the year is over. What did you say, Kajal? A quick 5 months vacation after tomorrow.
It's a long time, isn't it?
So that is what is at stake here for both of these squads. The Herald was picked up, is once again in Yankos' back pocket.
かどうかと言われると良くないね、別に。4キル持ったヨネを別にゲーム生かせてはない。なんかもうちょいトップ捨てればいいのに。
I imagine Heretics will use this Riptail to guarantee mid-prio and then start to move in, although with 7 seconds there, they're just walking in, and you can see Fnatic, they have to back away. Heretics have so much engaged.
Where's the poke? There's the short blast already onto Mercer. W doesn't connect from Noah. I think Fnatic, like I said, like when it comes to the engage, Heretics have so much space control with the Maokai ult, with the Yone, with the Varus ult. It's very hard to walk up. It's very dangerous. They need to poke them out, need to find some damage.
いや、捨てていいと思う。
Currently missing at the moment. Herald's
だってそういう難しいことしないとこういう時間帯取れないよ。今のロールって。もうちょいエビに前に出させて、相手のジャングル呼ぶか、ミッドレーン呼ぶか、サポート呼ぶかしないと、下側の有利が取れない。ローテで。トップレーンこうやって見てなくても結局負けちゃうし。これ負けてんのは、まあ、ちょっと謎ではあるけど。
Started the dragging here, respecting the potential poke here from Fnatic.
There is a tiny ward just at the back of the pit here that maybe you could try and go for if you want to as Oscarinen and get in behind, grab Flacket and see if maybe you can make a play, but it looks like for Fnatic, they're just not even going to bother. They're going to immediately move top and try and use the fact that Oscarinen had that control because he cancelled his reset.
This Yone and Varus are way too accelerated for a mid-game fight. 2 items on the Varus. The Yone has 4 kills. Anyone walks in from Fnatic, they're just going to get destroyed, so there's no real point in fighting that. Have to wait, I think Fnatic wait for 2 items on
アルゴーさん、サブスクライブやられてます。
Ionia shall not
and
fall.
start shredding through with more poke damage, and hopefully they can find better angles. Oscar, of course, managed to get that top tower. He needs more gold. He needs to be more tanky because he's the one who will be tanking the brunt of these ultimates. He needs to make sure that he can withstand it.
I mean, these teams are just 600-700 gold apart at this point in time. Fnatic have got the tower advantage. They
諦めんのやだな、ちょっと。折り切りたかったね。
quite a while away. I think definitely feeling
折れたわ。
I think in terms of just buying time, buying itemization.
いい計算。
But in order to build some faith for me at least,
ダッチさん、サブスクライブやられてます。
I want to see them set up for these objectives because I think that it feels to me like they're sort of responding more often than being proactive.
They need to try and find some sort of pick to make that happen though, because at the moment with the way the game is going, it's so easy for you to get side lane control with for video, especially with bot lane tear down and also in mid lane with mid lane tear down. So when it comes to these objectives, Fnatic need to actually try and find a way to catch Heretics as they're setting up vision, but Heretics are just grouping.
まあ、そもそもの方向性としてセーフティーにやるっていうのが確定してるんだろうけど、だったら、まあ、ポッピーじゃない方が良さそうだなっていう感じ。なんでポッピーなんだろうなっていう。そこまでって感じなんだけどな。
Survives a few seconds longer than I was anticipating, but kill is secured by Vito, the 5th of the game. And Razork do not take this trigger yet. The rest of the squad's backing away.
ああ、チームメイトが頑張って殺してくれたから、バス。
Don't get the terror as Evie's able to roam over, but at least we'll be able to get some vision on bot side to try and trade. But it's again just Heretics controlling the bot.
VTO has 5 kills, he has 2 items, and he's building towards a Guardian Angel or something now. Normally the Yone gets 1 shot in fights, and that's the only risk that you take when you go too deep, but this Yone is going to be an absolute nightmare.
Ionia shall
全然
not
順調だね。
Incredible
大
performances.
臣王者
エースさん、サブスクライブやってます
Like。the Kai'Sa comes to mind, and now this Yone already so far ahead.
Okay, question for you now as we move towards the later stages here. Trimby locks in this Alistar. Shocking, a little bit surprising, not a pick we're familiar with too often.
Oh.
Was forced to cleanse there. I think it's fair to say some missteps in the laning phase from Trimby's Alistar. But how crucial is he going to be for these team fights once we do start playing out? Because when you consider this Fnatic comp, I think having that Alistar on the front line buying some time, it feels like it has to be important.
The Alistar against the Poppy is going to be a bit tough for Trimby, isn't it? He's going to have to find some kind of flash combo when Evie's been caught off guard or if he's a little bit split away from Flaggate. The question with Fnatic is, what does the Alistar actually do? It counterpicks Rel in the sense that, you know, you can knock the Rel away or try to prevent engages. And it does give you some form of engage because Fnatic lacks a lot of that. But where's the follow-up if you flash combo a Varus? You know, is it a pillar? You know, is that all they're going to have to work with here? So,
デリのビルドキモ。
engaging. I think he's going to be more of a disengager this time around so that no one humanoid can stay at range. But Heretics have so
Ionia
much time.
shall not
So
fall.
much
いや、
time.
バルスがこれ結構痛いでしょ。
Single member. There's a lot to defend them, Crop, so they need more damage. And when he gets
ニコノラさん、サブスクライブありがとうございます。お、また捕まった？あ、でも TP 来た。ジェイス。
In case, Yankos 2 seconds away from the ulti.
これまずくね？おー、アップな、今の。
Rest of Fnatic trying to get in.
おー、ナイスキャッチ。
Already lost
ナイスキャッチに。
Now they've turned their attention to Humanoid. 2 quick kills for
今
Heretics.
のめっちゃ怖かったな。
TP,
なんだっけ？
this should be
い
an
る。
easy Baron. There's no way Fnatic can fight it whatsoever. I feel like Heretics own the entire
これフリーだね。
too scared to fight them anywhere, so they're not
勝ったんじゃないこれ。
river vision. And Oscar just gets
こっから負ける方がむずそう。
same spot.
I mean, the decisions from Fnatic in this game has already made me question everything, to be honest. Like, they're
お前
coming
も
in,
やったような気がするな、これ。
and they ban the Kai'Sa. They don't put any sort of priority on the AD carry, and they lose out in the AD carry pool. And then as well, with the Alistar, Trimby hasn't looked comfortable on it, and now it's Kiernan and seems to be the one strong point, and he's massively overextended and getting caught out.
I just think Maokai is the pick of the series again.
Yeah.
As much as you want to first pick Jace Trundle, no real agency. The Yone is a good response in playing safe and waiting under tower. They don't really have any kill pressure on the Yone after 6, it feels like. And Jace really hasn't been able to get himself.
ね、フローいけま
We saw
す。
the same in the G2 and Excel series, right? Maokai 100% win rate in that series. 4 games was played, 4 wins, and I think it's going to be the very same here.
100%.
When it's so easy for you to actually set up for these objectives. Like, you don't need to have control of the air. You just lob a sapling in there and go, cool, are we safe? And then if you aren't, well, you just throw out the ultimate and walk away. Like, it's so simple to actually try and play this champion in these sort of
あれ
series.
ストップウォッチストップウォッチを持つようなポジション立たないだろ。怖いもの積むなよ。
If Fnatic want to prioritize that and go back blue side and first pick it, and Tristana is down alongside the Jace again, what does Humanoid have up his sleeve?
It is fantastic though to see Video performing again, because especially after the disappointment that we saw last year from like coming into this, it has been absolutely fantastic to see him pick up the Kai'Sa, have like 50% of his team damage, set a new record. Like, it was phenomenal, and now he's coming in onto the first game against Fnatic here when it's do or die, and it's Video again 6-0, looking great on his champions.
Well, for all Team Heretics, I think
いや、十分だね、ゴールド差は。
lanes were able to generate advantages, right? There was a kill in the bottom lane punishing Trimby.
フナティックもかなりオール AD だからな。
Before he was taken down himself. And then Yankos has now started to punish Oscar's positioning on those side lanes. So the third dragon was secured, playing for that soul. It's now 4.5 minutes away. Red Bull Baron power play is fully online. And you can see BTO and Blackhead standing head and shoulders above their respective opponents. And Ebby's going to be pretty content. He's dead even despite being down 40 on CS, 2 items completed. And more importantly, he's got a W and an R, which are going to be huge in dealing with Fnatic in any of these fights and these skirmishes.
Sorry, I was not expecting the Iceborne Gauntlets to be finished on video there. Not a pick that we see very often, but I suppose when you're up against the
Iceborne ka.
that's going to help it quite a bit. It's like full armor now since the changes, and even the slows setting up for you to just continue forward. And you kind of see this a good bit with champions when they get very far ahead. It's like, look, I deal enough damage because I'm already level 15, pushing level 16. Well, let's just go for a bit more to the defense.
たまに呼んでるんだろうけど、名前マジで聞いてなかったな。
Into Trundle Pele, into the Alistar stun. I mean, I can see it being beneficial. Whenever you have those carries that are late game carries that are so far ahead.
んなんか怪しいな。怪しい動きしてるな。なんだそれ。
Normally goes for things like the Gale Force, but it makes a lot of sense. Just defensive items. If you don't get one shot, maybe he's going to build a Guardian Age after this or a Bloodthirster, just to get some more survivability. But I don't blame him. When you're this far ahead, investing in defensive items is never a bad thing. You're so expensive. He should be able to queue out here. Oh, nice try by Humanoid on the knock. Doesn't manage to land it. BTO goes back in. Still goes for
So
Raptors.
cheeky.
Trouble maybe.
おー、みんな来た。
Still holding on to the flash.
よく避けた。
So point in case, it's really hard to kill Video. But when you look at Heretics, they're going to benefit from it. They get topside, they're able to push that in.
ナイスベイト。だけど、なんか変だね。
Another thing that I was anticipating at the end of draft, I was
今
looking
の
at it, I'm like, right, Fnatic, how do you jump, how do you
エリ
stick
ト
to
メル
top
さん
when you really want
エリサマーサ
And VTO
両方とも
demonstrated
変だったけど
how easily he can run away from his squad.
Fnatic's draft just looks a little bit lifeless, doesn't it? Top just plays in isolation. Bot lane gets pushed in 2v2 because they made a mistake in when it comes to Trimmy's recall. So Mercer's then unlocked mid, and then Humanoid can't really lane in the 1v1 because jungle support's permanently collapsing. Team fights don't get any better. Late game doesn't get any better.
深くウェーブ貯めたのに
I feel
なん
like
か
we need to yeah, really hone in on this Maokai like we talked about.
And I think if they'd substituted the Varus
1個目の CG なんかおかしかったな。
third rotation, I think they actually would have been in a better spot. You get control over bot side, you can actually start to play for invades and get control that way and then play for the poke, but not the case, and now Fnatic are paying the bill for it.
Yeah, same thing that happens. Like, I know I always bring up LPL and stuff, but it because in series like that, there was spin similarities where
Already
they
だからだ。
side on 1, 2, 3, and then the team realizes actually we need AP, and they pick the Varus instead on the 1, 2, 3 on blue side, and that just makes the draft so much easier when it comes to damage split, engage, reliability in the draft. And Oscar won't get hit by the flip back. Heretics trying to siege down this bot tier 2, but with no Baron buff, it's very difficult to actually force that tower down unless they commit and they threaten the dive, which is exactly what they're doing.
Well, let's see what happens with this nature's draft. 1, 2, 3 members caught up. Mercer,
Right up.
Fate Unsealed was just beautiful from VTO. Noah's a
Nada.
little late to the party. As the minions combo 2x2, the tower falls. That's the 5th secured for Heretics. It's a minute and a half to go until the dragon, and the number of key ultimates are down. But it's going to be incredibly hard. If Fnatic wants to face check a bush, there's still a ton of CC. So they have to respect it, clear the vision out, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, 1 minute 20 seconds on the soul, just hold position, hold the line. Baron's up in 60. And in times like this, Fnatic Heretics, sorry, just need to be a bit careful that Fnatic can't rush down the Baron. If they don't drop the ball on the top side of the map, then I think this game is as good as done. I mean, Fnatic might have one team fight in it now that Noah has the Lord Dominic's. Maybe they can try and find some engage, build some armor penetration to get through that front line.
I think your best bet here is Heretics is try and play for 1-4, right? You end up putting Video down on the bot side, have Ebby just stand in front of you, makes it impossible for Fnatic to engage, and you can just then siege up underneath this mid tower, get the last outer tower, and then the world's your oyster. Like, you can easily set up vision then on the top side and deny that opportunity of rushing the Baron or even the Dragon in 40 seconds.
Yeah, they just have to keep it simple. Jace has no flash. There's no world where Humanoid can walk up against Poppy Maokai Rel with summoners. Even if he shows against Varus, Flackhead, if he feels confident, can R flash forwards with the ultimate. If he times the stopwatch nicely on the re-engage, and now actually they're going to look to bait the Baron with the saplings and with the Varus proc, it should help. Nice shock blasts landing from Humanoid now. This is how Fnatic want to set up fights. Chunk them out. They're a little bit far behind, which is the only problem, but Flackhead's already half HP.
There's 20 seconds until Soul. Baron is up as well. Bounties on that outer tower. Fnatic continuing to control the middle lane. Oscar stepping forward. Interrupted by Poppy.
マジポッピー
Keeper's verdict is available. It's going to start to channel. The Poppy Copter won't find a target yet. Holds on to it. As Yankos has bought time with Nature's Grasp. That burst damage from Flacken. Burns Razork apart. Mercer pushing forward.
あ、やばい、ヨネ死んだ。
VTO shut down. Kill secured for Fnatic, and Berlin comes alive. 1, 2, 3. Make that a 4th on the board. Evie will be able to at least get one back with the help of Flacken. But here comes Noah and Oscar in it. They're looking to ace Team Heretics in the mid lane and find a foothold back in this game.
What an incredible fight from Fnatic. They're going to deny the soul. They're going to get the Baron.
これこうなるんだ。あ、ヨネがウルト外したのが悪い。別に他は誰も悪くなかった。
Oscar gets a nice knock onto Ebby here and then lands the ultimate. Trippy actually whiffs the combo a bit by queuing into the ground and not landing it on the Poppy. You see here, cues the ground. Maybe he didn't expect it to flash away, but he just gets the combo up in time for when VTO goes in. But how does he die so quickly? What hit him?
Especially when he has the Iceborne Gauntlet. Like, he's got that tankiness, but whiffs entirely, then gets comboed, and Humanoid, Oscar, and just able to rip him to shreds.
Humanoid, yeah, just took him out. Yankos
アイスボーンガントレット持ってってこれで死ぬってなるともう本当にダメージに特化してほしくなっちゃうけどな。
And then the cleanup crew comes in, and now Fnatic with all those kills and with a Baron and with this comp to just look to poke them down. Now they have the damage and the items to really fight back.
And I think it was a bit of a mistake from Heretics to put Ebby onto bot side, which meant that they didn't really have any threat onto the bottom turret. So Fnatic were like, great, we're just going to keep shoving in the mid lane, get a bunch of poke down, and then Ebby TPing into the middle of Fnatic just set them up beautifully. And Fnatic, fair juice to them, capitalized beautifully.
Yeah, it's smart to just play through mid and fight through mid. I'll hold my point a second here.
まあ確かにポッピーのテレポートの位置があそこになるのは弱かった。
And down. He goes, manages to survive and has the Baron recall, but I actually doubted Fnatic's comp when it came to raw straight up fights. They went through mid, so they avoided the
What?
Maokai, which is
な
good.
んだ
But they got so much
いや、それはない。オーレディ硬すぎるし。
Oh, of course, keep in mind, Vito didn't find a target, but Zorg subjugates, buying a lot of time.
お、いい入り。マジでいい入り。
Saved his life. All of a sudden, Noah's the next target. He goes golden despite the Baron, despite
これ
the team.
これエンドじゃね
They win the game from this? Is it
こ
over?
れエンドじゃね
Stepped
What's happening?
Team Heretics just find an opportunity.
It's over.
お、エンドだ。
Kill Fnatic.
よし、頑張ってくれ、エビ。それは明日のために寝よう。あれ終わるかミニョン消えた。 いや、でも、終わる。終わる。終わるな。うん、終わる終わる終わる。これ終わります。
Trying to see if he can get the kill.
Humanoid's buying so much time. 13 seconds for his orb. 12 for Trimby. Humanoid gets some damage onto Ebby. The help of the tower as well.
うん
With the minions
終わる終わる終わる終わる。
The first tower is falling. Humanoid's been zoned away and pushed. The second secured.
いいじゃん。よし、じゃあ俺明日、朝早いんで、朝早くはねえわ。朝ちゃんと起きないとまずいってだけなんで。